What's up? This episode is brought to you by NatureBox. NatureBox is a dope subscription service that sends you great tasting snacks right to your door. NatureBox is great for the home, office, or any player on the go. I just started using NatureBox, and they done sent me the best pretzels, granola, and cookies I've had in a long time. For 50% off of your first box, go to naturebox.com/iced. What you waiting for? That's naturebox.com/ICET.
I handle it a certain way. Anybody who really ever been in it can't speak on it like it's nothing.
Welcome to the Ice-T Final Level Podcast, featuring your co-host, Mick Benzo, and your host,
Ice-T.
Hey, so what's happening, Final Level people? It's going down. We back. This is the second Ice-T, Mick Benzo
Final Level Podcast.
Believe it or not. And the crazy thing is, after the first one, Mick, we got really good reviews, right?
No, we got some great tweets about it, man. We had one guy reach out.
Tweets?
Tweets, man. Tweets, man. They tweeting, man.
They tweeting.
They tweeting, baby.
They tweeting. People know what I'm saying. I'm saying on the charts.
Yeah,
like,
no, but the charts, we're like #1, baby.
How did that happen, Mickey?
Hey, look, man, word of mouth, man. This Ice motherfucking T doing what he doing. He does it well, along with Mick Benzo from SiriusXM.
Or either the rest of the podcasts are really, really bad. This is not a good sign. We got to #1 that easy. That's crazy, but it's just like you say. I mean, people must be digging this. And the thing of it is that I just want to say I really appreciate the support. I didn't expect it, but I appreciate it. It's good to know people is digging, because honestly, this is about as raw as you gonna get, Ice-T. Just me just talking shit in my house.
You know, Smoothe Da Hustler came in the building earlier.
Yeah. For those y'all don't know who Smoothe Da Hustler is, just Google him. He's one of the most legendary rappers from Brownsville, Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Made the classic hip hop track Broken Language.
Yeah. Him and his brother.
Yeah. Trigger the Gambler.
Right? Yeah,
These are a couple of my friends. Now, in hip hop, the thing of it is that you might meet people, but only certain people actually will become your friends. Smooth and Trigger have become friends, family, you know, and just like on a normal Saturday, which we are recording this, Smooth showed up just to chill out. And, you know, we're going to kick it off with this topic, right? The first topic we're going to get into is, I need a new word for when you want to call a man a bitch, right? Because when right now, when we out in the streets, you know, yeah, you bitch-ass motherfucker, you know, bitch. But what happens is you offend women. They're kind of like a collateral damage to that because they think you talking about them. But really, you have no intention whatsoever toward a woman. You're trying to disrespect this man, so you call him a bitch.
You know what?
Look, a boy
or even,
lover.
huh?
Bleach.
Bleach?
Boy lover.
Bleach.
What's a bleach?
I mean, bleach.
Nah, we need a good word. Bleach.
Takes the color out of
and then
everything.
sometimes
He's a
we even
straight
you'll hear
bland.
people say, "Oh, you're gay."
Nah, that
And the thing of it is we're not attempting to disrespect anybody gay. You're just trying to say to this dude, you suck dick,
He's a
right?
boy
So
lover.
you're trying to get him where it hurts. But boy lover, it's
best
not.
word
But
is
see,
the fucking boy lover.
gay people, then that's disrespecting gay people.
We never said nothing about gay. I said he's a boy lover. Is that a problem?
Yeah, that
Too
doesn't
soon?
work either, Mickey. You
All right,
can't
well, look,
go
you know
that
what?
route.
Maybe
See,
when
what
they
you're trying to
call in-
do is you're trying to find something that would get under a man's skin that make, you know, these guys need a name. I mean, they are really, it's like you can't even get they're just pussy ass.
Fucking Martian.
That's a good one.
It is some
aliens.
I don't know. They just
We're gonna leave it to the
all right.
audience.
So that's something I wanted to do because you know I always call you bitch, and then I'm like, yeah, but I'm not trying to diss women, and you faggot. I'm not really trying to diss gay people.
Right.
It's something This is something I wanted to throw out there. Okay. On another note, podcast news over here at Final Level. Everybody's been getting at me because this impersonator, this guy named Rockwell, who can actually do my voice pretty well, called up Paul F. Tompkins and had Paul F. Tompkins thinking he was talking to me. But apparently Paul F. Tompkins does an impersonation of me. So there you got two fake Ice-T's talking to each other. And I heard it got really crazy. I haven't really got a chance to listen to it.
I got it right here, Ice. I got the
You
joint
got
right
it?
here. I got it right here.
Play it.
Right now.
Hello? Yeah, hi. I'd like to speak to Paul Tompkins, please.
This is Z.
Hi, this is Ice-T. How you doing?
Ice-T, I'm very well. How are you?
Before we actually get this conversation started and stuff, I wanted to know from one professional to a comic, where you were going with the Ice-T stuff. Could you do a little, like, sample and stuff so I could hear what you sound like?
This is the moment that I dreaded.
I understand that, but I really want to hear this. I want to hear this from you, because I really want,
Absolutely. Absolutely. In my universe, you are a guy who's very into specifically science fiction, and then some fantasy. Like, you make it very clear that it's like not a lot of stuff. There's a little bit of overlap. So, like, if you were pitching a movie, it would be, okay, so it's like this guy's a vampire, but then he's also part cyborg. So he's got like 99% vampire, and then he's got one robot foot. So that makes him able to walk around in the daylight.
Right. Yeah, I see where you're going with that part, but I want to hear the Ice-T from you.
No, I just did it.
That was
I swear to God, that was it.
Oh, my God, that was terrible. Oh, my God. I don't mean to bust. Every time you say something, I want to tell you, no, you shut up. I know what that was terrible. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. I really thought you was trying to speak like me, my voice itself, and I just couldn't understand this.
Now, I will grant you, to me, my impressions are not like the super technical carbon copy impressions. No, the funny thing is like I will feel like I'm capturing something, and then when I listen to you actually talk, I realize, oh yeah, it's not. I would never be able to fool somebody. I would never be able to call somebody up and say this is Ice-T and have them believe it.
Oh, all right.
I'm under no illusions that I'm able to impersonate you with laser accuracy.
Yeah, right. And so I like comedy and stuff, so I didn't know where you were going with this. I thought you were trying to imitate my voice. And I couldn't understand.
I was trying to, but I certainly cannot argue with as it is your voice. I cannot argue with your review.
No, but just please ease back with the iceberg stuff. I could not believe it.
I can't make any promises, but I will. But I will say we'll always be respectful.
I've seen you around. You have a nice resume. You do have a nice.
It's not bad. I've gotten to do some fun stuff for sure.
Yeah, so you was in you were a good friend of mine, Matt Damon, in The Informant.
That's right. We sat across from each other at a table for an afternoon for that movie.
They covered your face with a fishbowl.
With a fishbowl?
With a fishbowl or something. They covered you up. I didn't see you in there. But anyway,
you must have blinked. You must have blinked.
I like, you see, my type of comedy is roasting and stuff, because I didn't want to hurt your feelings, but you do look a little bit like Borat. At first I said, Borat's trying to impersonate me? Like, I felt really special.
Ice-T, you are special.
All right, it was a pleasure chopping it up with you. I wanted to, I actually want to chop it up with you again sometime. But let me ask you about the podcasting stuff. How do you, from one podcaster to another, any tips you want to share about that? How's that working out for you?
Oh, I love it. Podcasting has been so great for my career and has allowed me to reach so many people. And as you said on your first episode yesterday, you only get 140 characters on Twitter, and there's the idea that you can express yourself with these things. You can say whatever you want to do. You're your own boss, and you can do whatever you want with the medium is fantastic. I think the only tip I could give anyone is if you have a strong sense of who you are, be yourself and do what you do. And I really enjoyed that first episode yesterday with you and Mick. Was really hilarious. It was wildly entertaining.
Thank you. I appreciate
absolutely
that. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, let me say this. There's only one Ice-T, forever and ever.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And that goes for you as well. You're definitely doing your thing. And, if you want to blow me up a little more, it's not a problem.
Thank you, Ice-T. I appreciate that.
No problem. It was a pleasure talking to you. I'll be speaking to you again, all right?
Oh, it's a thrill. Anytime. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Peace.
Okay, that was comedy, and I'm cool with that. You know, they say that, you know, when people impersonate you,
Mockery is the best form of flattery.
and I look at that as flattery. So all I got to say to all the Ice-T impersonators out there is really thank you, but don't get me in no motherfucking trouble, all right? Don't be calling up none of my ex-bitches. Don't be doing nothing. Don't be going over nobody, calling on the phone, getting loans and shit. Don't be threatening motherfuckers with my voice, and then I get shot. Don't do my voice and get me in no motherfucking trouble. Change my voice. As long as it's all good and it's fun and it's happiness and all that, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. But don't get me in no shit, motherfucker. Don't be impersonating me and get me in no motherfucking shit. And then you got to hear my real motherfucking voice standing over you, pounding you the fuck out. You understand? Because we're all friends, right? So basically, that's basically my theory on people acting like me. I would love to meet Paul Tompkins because I heard he's a cool dude. Rockwell, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind meeting y'all motherfuckers so you could really, you know, get up and close and personal with the real Ice-T. But that's just somebody out there. It's just all fun, Mick. How you feel about it?
You may be able to put
You know
niggas
what?
to work,
You know what,
actually.
though? Just remember this. Don't get him in no goddamn trouble where you'll hear the real voice standing over you, pounding you out.
Squarespace is our sponsor for today. They're the all-in-one platform that makes it fast and easy to create your own professional website or online portfolio. I use Squarespace to make my website, and you should too. Just take a look at the IceTFinalLevel.com site, and it only took 2 hours to make, and it looks dope. Start with a free trial at squarespace.com with no credit card required. When you're ready to purchase a plan, get 10% off with the offer code ICE. That's SQUARESPACE.com, offer code ICE.
Okay, pal, this next segment is movies. Smooth, what's the last movie you saw?
Actually, I saw The Undisputed. Mike Tyson.
That was hard.
Yeah.
I saw that about 9 times now.
Yeah. I had to watch
Decent.
it twice. I had to
I
watch
advise
it. I loved
everybody
it.
watch
I
it.
loved it.
Real talk. And I'm not ever going to lie on this show. Coco and I watched it last night on HBO.
Oh, shit, see?
I made her watch it because Mickey made me watch
I
it.
told him
Wow,
it was so
yeah.
dope. He said he don't feel like watching. He watched it and got hooked on it.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
last movie I saw was, I think
Whoa, pause. Let's talk about The Undisputed. If you guys are out there and you get a chance to get it, it's called The Undisputed Truth with Mike Tyson. It's worth it just to watch the Mitch Green fight segment.
Oh, that's
the funniest, one of the funniest things
Big up
I've
Spike
ever
Lee.
seen.
Big up
to
Spike Lee on that one. Another Brooklyn guy.
It was
right?
crazy.
Another Brooklyn
Big
guy.
up to
did
Mike
it.
Tyson. I met Mike Tyson back in the day before he even met Robin Givens. He's always been a close friend of mine. Love him to death. This is a real funny piece of work. God bless you, Mike Tyson. Go check it out. What are you going to say, Mickey? What's your show?
Ride along. I thought I was watching Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy with Ice Cube and Kevin Hart. No bullshit. It's the funniest thing out right now.
Ain't a day somebody doesn't call me Cube. Every day I'm walking down the street, somebody, oh, Ice Cube, Ice Cube. I'm like, I'm Ice-T. I ain't ever write a rhyme. I say every day on the street somebody calls me Cube. I tell them that's my homeboy, but it's Ice-T, dude. You know? Yeah. Luckily, we're friends.
Right.
Cube's good people, real good people.
Yeah. I saw American Hustle.
Oh, shit.
How was that?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Maybe I read the book on that shit.
Shut the fuck up.
We here with the book again?
Shut the fuck up. Christian Bale.
You want that
He's
bullshit?
nominated for an Oscar on this shit. This movie's dope. It's once again another crime movie. Some reason I always like crime movies, but it just
Crime is interesting to watch now.
yeah, at this age.
It's interesting to watch go down
especially
to
on
see
TV.
how it unfolds.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like a puzzle.
Yeah.
But actually being involved in it's a young man's sport. You know,
Yeah.
everybody at this table's done our dirt, and it's kind of like it's a young man's sport. You know, once you figure out that there's really no way you can retire in it.
The only thing I want to say inside the movie segment, Iceberg, is I'm really tired of seeing seriously black actors just playing slaves and butlers. That shit is getting annoying.
When you got a black friend, don't ask him if we seen the slave movie. We
Please.
seen it. I seen Toby. I seen Roots. I seen all that bullshit. Seen it, done it, know it, read it, learned it. Why keep rekindling this shit? You know what I'm saying?
And that was movies.
And the thing of it is, Y'all didn't do shit to us. All the white people that are alive, y'all ain't did shit.
No.
You just look like the motherfuckers. You understand?
Yeah.
Just look like the motherfuckers.
That's
So
what it is.
now you trying to figure this shit out, and then you just decide, let's make another slave movie. Let's get niggas mad again.
I can't watch none of that. Please.
No, I want
And
to see that
this
shit. I
was
understand what
movies.
went down. That was movies.
Whoa.
This is news with Ice-T. Yo, did you hear about the cop that shot the dude in the movie theater because he was texting?
No, hold on. I thought texting and driving was dangerous.
Right.
That's what I thought. Those are the ads I see,
The
right?
retired
Texting
cop,
and driving.
if you didn't hear the story, the retired cop, 71, who shot this dude, and now he's trying to use the stand the ground law because he said the dude threw some popcorn at him.
And they had a lady who he had approached prior, who they was interviewing, and she was hysterical. She was like, "Oh, he looked at me a few times."
Oh, so he was just straight up crazy.
He was just straight text hating.
He was text hating. Now the cold thing is, you go in the theaters, you go to Batman, they letting off rounds. Now you go to the movie theater, which is supposed to be state, you get dumped on in that motherfucker. It's like, now it's starting to make bootlegging make sense. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
No.
stay home and just get the bootleg. At least you're watching it at home. And don't think I'm condoning bootlegging. I'm just saying it's violent up in the movie theaters. Now, what do you think about this dude, 71-year-old cop, killing somebody?
A retired officer.
Oh, you got it in front of you?
Yes, a retired officer out in Florida, as you said, in the theater. I think texting in the movie theater is real dangerous. That's all I can say.
It's dangerous now.
I don't even think the movie had started.
Yeah, he was texting between the previews.
Wow.
And when you're texting, you're not talking.
Right.
So how could that disturb him?
Really?
Right.
Put the coat
What you
over your
say,
head
Smooth?
and
What you
text.
say?
They got him now, right?
Shit, they should. He's a retired cop. They know.
But he in Florida. They got him locked up in Florida, though.
But
right?
that locked up in Florida is like getting out.
It's crazy.
Exactly.
In Florida,
exactly. So he laxing. He watching
You can just see a
cable.
kid walking through the yard in Florida and stuff. So he's got on a hoodie, just dome him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Say
That's
he
the
jumped
new-
you.
that's
You know,
the
this
new
is how they
end.
get down there.
Yeah, that's the new.
Such a
end,
beautiful place too.
Well,
used to have a condo
I got
in
some
Florida.
other news, man. Today is the 21st of January, and it's our second podcast. 2014, January 20th was yesterday. It will mark Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s federal holiday. This is a milestone. It's perfect opportunity for Americans to honor Dr. Martin Luther King's legacy. That makes a day of service, empowers individuals, strengthens communities, bridge barriers, creates solutions to social
Mickey, what
problems.
the fuck are you trying
Come
to
on, bro.
say?
I gotta say it's Martin Luther King.
But don't try to read the print right now on the
I'm not gonna read the print. I'm just saying it bridges barriers and it creates solutions for social problems and moves us closer to a Dr. Martin Luther King vision. This is very important. That's great news.
That was
And
beautiful, Mickey.
But
You
basically,
wrote that down?
46 years ago,
Mickey
he
wrote
was
all kinds of
assassinated.
notes.
Yeah,
See,
I
this
do.
is what
I
happens.
do.
This is what
I do.
happens. You get the podcast, the first one. Now you gone home. You done wrote some stuff down that you want to try to say and sound intelligent. Nigga, just say it's Martin Luther King Day and God bless. I mean, me personally.
46 years this man was assassinated, man. And that's, come on. Martin Luther King, rest in peace, man. It's this whole week, though. It's whole week Martin Luther
I've
King
been
Day.
pushing the Martin Luther King thing ever since I knew about Dr. Martin Luther King. And, his dream was that black people and white people would be walking side by side. And, a lot of people in this world, there's a lot of racism goes on, but I'm never been part of that. I'm too light to have problems with white people. I've had, like one of my rhymes, I said, I don't hate white people. It's a well-known fact. All my homies got killed by blacks, So I think the sooner we all realize we're one race, the human race.
Yeah.
The world will be a better place. The problem is that we run under this team mentality that my street's better than your street, my school's better than your school, my religion is better than my state, my country. So under this team mentality, AKA gang mentality, because basically it's a gang, Harvard versus Yale, we gangsters, we're better.
Crazy.
It's very difficult for people to bond because we set these barriers. You feel me, Smooth?
Of course.
It gets difficult. So God bless Dr. Martin Luther King, and I think all of us, it's our job to try to fulfill his dream. And on a serious note, That was beautiful, Mickey. What
As you say in the
attempted to
final
do.
level podcast, you're gonna hear some. In the final level
Mickey
podcast,
Benson, he's the
hold
knowledge.
up. In the final level
Church.
podcast, you're gonna hear some seriousness. You're gonna hear some funness, but you're gonna hear some realness about what
And you're
we
gonna
do.
hear words that you've never heard before, like
Yeah.
funness.
Funness and shit. Carpet tunnel that y'all can look up. Come on, man.
Well, that's beautiful, Mick. That was
Nah,
really
that was
beautiful.
cool.
No, that's real talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King Day.
Is there anything else happening that Ice-T wants to give to our Parkhead listeners?
I mean, I'm always doing something. I'm always busy. I think the main thing we got going on right now, we got our clothing line coming out. The website's gonna go up in a minute.
What clothing
Powered
line?
by Hate. That's something else. Yeah. It's basically called Powered by Hate. Let hate become your motivation. Right before you go to the gym, just go. Find somebody talking shit about you. Listen to them. Let it sink in and go get those extra reps in. Use hate as a motivation. So that's coming real soon. I mean, the biggest thing that's happening in my household is Coco's fitness app reached #1 on the iTunes list.
Coco got an app.
Yeah, she has an app. She has a fitness app that, all these girls are coming to Coco and they like, hey, Coco, we want to work out with you. You know what I'm saying? They got over the fact that her ass is real. You know what I'm saying? They oh my God, it was like crazy. Girls were like, oh, she had fake butt. She had fake butt. I said, Coco, just look at that as a compliment. It's you told them you got a boob job. I mean, people that think white girls can't have asses just haven't seen enough white girls. That's really all it is. Because white girls is packing some ass out here nowadays.
asses,
You know what I'm saying? They got ass and everything. So they getting really pissed at her. And, she went on the doctors and they x-rayed the shit, sonographed the shit, but I told people a long time ago, I'm like, yo, the girl is a normal woman. She eats, get some mashed potatoes and some fucking, macaroni and
That's
cheese
soul
up in that
food.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
And if you know how to hit it correctly, you could build an ass. You know what I'm saying?
There it is.
And people are like, oh, well, she got what they say, implants. I'm like, I would have blew them motherfuckers out.
You'd have busted them
I'd
down
have
the road
blown
like,
them shits
like
out
a
the
tie. It'd have been like
Bow!
like a pothole.
Yeah, now girls are going out doing all kind of shit, putting fix a flat in their ass. Do they think that means fix a flat ass? I mean, real talk. So, I mean, I hate to say it, but,
Okay.
people just trip. So I told her, take it as a compliment. Coco got a real ass. I mean, really, what's the problem? I mean, she had an ass before girls were going out getting all this shit done to their butts. And she works out. The girl goes in the gym. The girl is like squatting like 300.
So this app that she has.
It shows all that. It shows her secrets. It's, she wanted to do a videotape, but then it turned into a DVD. And by the time we got around to doing it, it became an app. And now you just go on your iPhone, you click it.
Where they can find the app at?
The app is in in
iTunes? iTunes,
Yeah.
Coco?
Right now it's not for Android yet, because it's two different operating systems. iPhones, you click on it, it's like $3. People are like, how much did it cost? $3.
$3.
If you ain't got $3, you shouldn't even get out of the bed. Really, you know what I'm
shouldn't even
saying?
have a phone.
If you ain't got $3, you shouldn't be able to piss for a whole day. If you ain't got $3, motherfuckers should come over your house, smack the dog shit out of you. Everybody should have $3.
Just $3.
Yeah, if you ain't in Somalia someplace fucked up, you should have $3. Okay?
Especially since
God
y'all
damn.
so concerned about Coco. Why don't y'all check out Coco's
Oh, I
app?
can't buy the app. The app is $3. Well, then you got a bigger problem than working out, bitch. So if you got $3 and you want to get your shit in shape, support the app. And Coco basically you get to work out with her, and her app is #1, Mick. #1.
Hard work, dedication.
The girl works
brings
hard.
success.
The girl
That
works
brings
hard.
success.
The girl got me in the gym. People look at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to turn 56. I'm getting close to the best shape ever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really in the best shape because, when I was doing gymnastics,
Oh, shit, there
I
we
was
go.
in better. But I'm still looking kind of nice, and I
Right.
could still put one on you. Talk
Yeah.
crazy, and I'm going to come across your jaw. And it's nice. It's nice. I'm hitting the bag. I'm in there training and stuff like that. But really, when you got a girl.
Come on, Mike Tyson, slow down.
When you got a girl that's a swimsuit model, You don't want to be the fat man at the beach sitting next to him.
Oh, you want to be able to put on a bathing suit too, not just walk around in your clothes.
Not
fat
necessarily
ass
Speedos,
stomach.
but you want to be able to show
Oh,
something.
fat ass stomach hanging out. Hey,
No,
look.
I'm not a six-pack nigga. I've never been a six-pack. I always been about having some motors. You know, where I grew up, you had to have big arms.
Gotta have arms,
Nigga, all
yeah.
six-pack. That shit, I
Yeah.
ain't give a fuck
That's-
about
you
a
ain't
six-pack,
washing no
nigga.
clothes
What
on
your
your-
arms working with?
Yeah.
How
You
hard
ain't
can
washing-
you hit a nigga in the face?
Right, you ain't
can
washing
abs hit a nigga in the face?
You ain't
That's
washing
what I'm
no damn
concerned
clothes
with.
on your chest.
Hitting you in the face.
Hey, look, man, we want y'all to remember this is the Final Level Podcast, and especially all our men out there. Check out Male Awareness Foundation because we actually care about our men getting those annual physicals.
Now a public service announcement. This is going out to Justin Bieber. And right now it's time for Ice to say something to Justin Bieber. Justin is Usher's artist. Usher's a friend of mine. So in a way, I feel like I'm kind of like Justin's big uncle from the hood. I feel like I'm an uncle to Justin because, I feel the boy has talent, but I think he's making some mistakes. Justin, we want you to pump your brakes right now. Just take a second, slow down a little bit. This is from Hood Cats, We want you to pause a little bit because you do not want to catch a felony in the United States. If you catch a felony in the United States, they're going to deport you, and that's going to cost you a lot of paper. And one of our rules in the streets is keep the drama at a minimum and the cash flow at a maximum, okay? So don't get caught in none of this wanna be down, wanna be gangster bullshit. And as far as your friends up in your crib, you know what I'm saying? You gotta regulate them niggas because basically they ain't got as much on the line as you do. You're the one that's gonna lose. This is gonna be big to you. And this is what I'm saying to you as an OG and as your big Uncle Ice. Just pump your brakes, man. Just slow it up. Keep making your music videos. Keep getting your money. Keep the little girls, excited about you. And that's it. Nobody wants you to be tough. Nobody wants you to be out there acting crazy and having the cops raid your house. Motherfucker, when the cops raided your house, I ain't never had that many cops at my fucking front door, man. Come on, son. That was crazy. It was like you was Rick Ross or somebody, Freeway Rick. They was up at your door. You can't do that, man. Your boy, he don't care. My man that's laying on my couch over here, he ain't got, I'm on SVU. I got a career. I'm over here. He got guns. He got coke.
Gotta get him out of here.
He don't care. Yo, pause. You can't come up in the crib with all that, player. Come on, man. And anybody that's doing that is not respecting your get down.
Right. Yeah. Right. It's
Okay.
your career.
That's from the
Justin,
gate.
It's your career.
And that was
not
your
theirs.
gangster Uncle Ice, and that was a public service announcement.
Just so you know, Ice-T and the Final Level Podcast are all about health. Coco just put out a new fitness app called Coco's Workout World, which is available on iTunes. Mick Benzo and I have been working on the Male Awareness Foundation to get men to start going to the doctors. And you guys know I work out on the regular just so one of y'all young fools don't try to come along and take my job on Law and Order. You know what I'm saying? Also, I might have to smack one of y'all at any moment. But health isn't just about fitness. It's also about what you put in your body. Now, I like junk food more than the next man, but it's hard to even call something food when it's more likely made in some lab like at Breaking Bad than a farm. So what's the alternative? Most of these health snacks that Coco keep trying to slip me are expensive and they taste like shit. Then I heard about NatureBox. NatureBox is incredibly affordable. Now, don't trip off the word affordable because even people with money, they like to say they money. That's why they have money. It's made with wholesome ingredients. It's 100% nutritionist approved, and the snacks taste great. I dare you to try and find some pretzels and granola cookies that taste as good as this stuff. I could pick through a variety of 8 different types of boxes or let them surprise you with their discovery box. NatureBox is also available in 3 different sizes. A deluxe super snacker, 5 bags for $19.95. A happy snacker, 10 bags for $29.95. And a smart snacker, 20 bags for $49.95. The monthly box always ships free to the U.S. mainland, and each bag has big man servings to ensure you won't be left hungry. For 50% off your first box, go to naturebox.com/iced. That is naturebox.com/ICET. Thanks again to NatureBox for keeping our stomachs full and this podcast free.
What's happening, Mickey? What's going on in the music scene? I mean, everybody's out there doing their music, making their noise and stuff like that. I stopped listening to regular radio because it just drives me crazy.
I want you to give the audience from the Final Level Podcast perspective this new Body Count album.
Just for the record, you know, the Manslaughter album, nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. I'm going in on everybody that I feel to have a problem with. The stuff we talk about on the podcast is basically in the record. I mean, we're on the Sumerian record label, same label as Lamb of God. We went out and we took a few of the records on the road to the Fun Fest down in Texas, and they destroyed.
Loved it.
And I just feel like making music right now. I don't feel like making hip-hop because I think hip-hop just went totally pop. You know, I'm not singing to no girls. So I'm not crying. So we going to do the metal album, but this is a different kind of rock album. It's like this album, I don't even know what category you could put it in. It's just hard. It's just hard, and I'm really proud of it. And Mick, I went to the funeral back in L.A., and Big Rich sat in the back seat of the car. He said, man, Ice, this might be your best work.
Wow, the Body Count album?
Yeah. Well, you on it screaming and yelling.
Come on. You know. But I'm saying our listeners, we want to give y'all something out of our Final Level Podcast. The Body Count album will be slated to come out sometime in, I say March, April, May, or June.
No.
April,
May, that's what we're
April,
talking
May, and we're going to be doing a lot of festivals. We ain't going to be doing a bunch of clubs. So don't
Shouts
call
to the
me. Don't
band,
call
too.
for no
Sorry.
clubs, man.
Yeah,
You know,
shout
Ernie
out to
C.
Ernie C.
Because, yeah, the
Woo!
production is incredible. I mean, you already know what Ice going to put to it, but the band is incredible, man. So
Yeah, we got
shouts
a
to
new
y'all.
drummer,
Yeah,
Ill Will.
band
We got a new
incredible.
guitar player, Juan of the Dead. You know, Vincent Price is on bass. You know, Will Putney, he produced it. He's out here in Jersey. This kid is sick. As a producer, it's like you got another band member. This fool has this album sounding crazy.
I want to give our podcast listeners something to think about. When you out on tour, don't think it's all fruit and gravy, because sometimes a riot can explode in your own show. Out in, I believe it was Italy.
Milan.
Italy. Oh, my God. It was a Body Count show, too.
Yeah, we was at it was definitely a body count show, and we were in Milan, me and Mickey, and out there the way they like punk rock is they spit on you. Yeah, they think it's some
You ain't know
dead
that?
Kennedys. They think Circle Jerks are still on tour.
shit.
You know, so they decided they wanted to spit on me. Now me, you know, I'm hardcore rock. I understand the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm down. I'm all the way back from, you know, Black Flag and everything. But don't spit on me. People are carrying all kinds of new kind of contagious diseases. I'm like, come on, man. I don't want you to spit. Some of that spit might get in my mouth or something, man. Come on, man. So I asked the people not to spit. They decided they wanted to keep spitting. So right between the end of the show and an encore segment, right before we did Cop Killer, we go off the stage. I look at Ernie C. His whole guitar is covered in spit.
Oh,
Saliva.
wow.
With saliva.
Look at him. He want to make a saliva spit. Nasty.
He
dripping.
paid the picture with
So
that word.
I tell him, I say, who spit? And he said, this dude right here in the front row. So I said, point him out to me. You know? So then I go outside, I see the dude, I say, okay, everybody put their hands in the air. Sucker punch move. I got them all with their hands over their head. I got to come out in the front row. Bam! I just dump on this fool. Boom, he got his hands over his head. Boom! I hit him. And then they try to grab me back into the audience. Some of his boys try to grab me. And then out of my peripheral, I see a mic stand, and then I blacked out. What happened, Mickey?
Unbelievable.
What happened?
But
I don't
that's
know.
a story. That's a story. We don't want to give it all up. We just give y'all some stories about traveling on the road.
Yeah, they set the whole place on fire. They knocked all the windows out of our tour bus, flattened out the tires. They set fires at the end of it. There was a place called the
They
Rolling
beat
Stone.
the tour bus
driver's ass. They start singing soccer cheers. They was trying to kill us.
And they call the police. They call the police. You know what the police said?
We ain't coming.
At the body count, the cop killer, we don't come. We don't come.
This story
We don't
is,
come.
the
No, this is
story's
real.
in my
We don't
book.
come.
The story's in my book. And basically, we got out with our life. But the best line was I asked my roadie, after we sat in the arena for 2 hours trying to let it subside, I asked Bendrix, I said, how many people are out there? He said, about 300. I said, are they mad? He said, they ain't waiting on autographs. So we got out with our life. But that was the road. And that was just one of many stories.
Wow. Plug, cuz. Here it is.
Smooth got something.
Hey, I'm just dropping a free download, free release, a EP album called Full Time Hustle on the 29th. You'll be able to get it from my Twitter account.
And that was music, our music segment for the podcast. And that was just one of many stories. Okay, right now we're in the philosophy section. Everybody is always like my daily game and, you know, the stuff I try to give out on Twitter at Final Level. All philosophy is really your theory and belief on how things work. To be a philosopher, you just have to eliminate anything you've been indoctrinated with. It could be religion. Anything you believe, but you don't know why you believe it. You just believe it. And just deal with things that have happened in your life and basically come up with your theory. That's how Buddha was a Hindu. He went off in a mountain for some amount of days and deep thought and came back with his own theory.
Interpretation.
And he came back and he's the Buddha. You know, so my life has been so crazy that I came out with a lot of theories, and I like to exchange them with it. And with the people, and one of the things we talked about on Twitter was I made the comment: there is no secret to success. Anybody who's ever touched success knows it's nothing but hard work.
That's it.
And grinding. There's no special. I mean, come on. Mickey, you managed Big Pun.
Yes, I did. There's no manual.
You managed Grandmaster Flash.
Fat Joe.
What's the secret?
There isn't. It's hard work and dedication. There's no manual to success. It's hard work. Just like Ice-T does. Hard work. That makes success.
There's no special. Somebody got back and they said, well, it's who you know. I'm like, you can know anybody, but if you don't bring the goods.
Right.
They don't want you around them anyway. You become what you call a burden.
Yeah, there
Tom
is.
Burglar.
Yeah. There isn't. So I think the mistake people use, and I don't know if this is a philosophy or just some game, but they think somebody's getting it easy. Now, if you happen to be an heiress or your parents have the money and they hand it over to you, okay, that was easy. But they worked.
Right.
Or maybe their parents worked. Maybe it might have been handed down through generation. But somebody busted their ass, or they go all the way back to slavery, and then we back to that conversation.
Back to that one.
They had somebody else busting
their ass. But nowadays, you're gonna have to get out there and work, and there's really no other way around it. I mean, unless maybe you're a woman and you just marry some guy that's got the money, or you're a guy and you marry an old woman.
Whoa. You talking about basketball wives?
Oh, see, there you go.
Just start marrying men.
There you go.
I mean, it's normal now.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, there's a lot of ways, but you're going to have, I put it like this. Even if you're a woman and you're going to marry a rich man, you're going to work.
You're going to work.
There's going to be some work going on. You're going to have something going on good.
Yeah.
You know, I used to look at rich women that were married to wealthy guys, and I was like, I know her pussy's crazy. You know? There's got to be something that closed that deal.
Locks them in.
Something is going on. She ain't sitting around
not doing nothing.
Yeah.
Shit.
Not with a guy that's got a lot of money, got a lot of opportunity. And if you a young guy and you think you're gonna knock one of these older women, and they gonna put you to work.
You're gonna work.
Yeah, young gun, you're gonna work hard.
My boy Rich, I shouldn't say his name. One of my buddies, he spent a lot of time, gigoloing, with women. And I used to say, well, I said, and he like, it's pimping. I'm like, well, Rich, is this really, you're sleeping with older women for money. Is this really pimping or hoeing? He says, well, I just call it renting out the beef sack.
That's a philosophy ain't it?
Hey, get paid for it.
But at the end of the day, there is no secret to success.
Right.
You're going to work one way or another.
Somehow or another.
And the people I've seen the most successful are workaholics. Like, you could be out on your man's yacht, and he got the big yacht, and everybody's eating, and you out there chilling, hanging out. You know where he is? Go downstairs. He's on his phone trying to get some more money to pay for this yacht. These people, they don't ever stop working. So the theory you just gonna retire some kind of way and money's gonna come from outer space?
No.
Right.
No.
Right.
I've yet to see that. And if it does happen, it's very, very rare. So get up early in the morning, get your grind on, and you'll have what you want. Hopefully, if you putting
it in, yeah, you're gonna get results.
Now, you is right out of the streets like me. What's the dilemma when you're trying to make legit money? You know how to go get some money, whether it's hustling, selling drugs, what you were doing prior to that. What was happening mentally when you were in that transition period?
Wow. At one point, you get opportunities and stuff like that, but at the same time, the evilness is now hidden. Whereas, on the streets, everything is opposition.
Everybody's
everything's
hustlers.
opposition. Getting into the music game, you kind of let your guard down to an extent, because then you got people.
You think they're more honest.
Exactly. At the end of the day, you find out that they more crooked than the niggas on the street.
Wow.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that transition was crazy for me, and I got a crazy story. Boom. My record just hit the radio station.
What was the name of the record?
It was Hustling.
Okay.
My everyday lifestyle ain't nothing but a hustle. Again, so I know everybody knew me from the Broken Language, but it was that Hustling record that stayed dear to me, because labels ain't know what to do. There was no market, whatever. But here go the wild transition story. I get a show in Brooklyn at the Arc. Like, everybody who know about the Arc, it's in the wild area. All of the wild boys is there. So, prior to that, we was hustling, we was sticking up drug dealers, we was doing all that kind of shit. So, boom. So now they're announcing it on the radio. Yeah, Smoothe Da Hustler, at the Arc, blah, 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 blah. So I'm not paying this shit no mind until I get there. Now look, we got shooters with me. We fresh out of the street, but now we want to taste the rap shit. So we go through the side, but when I come on stage, I seen so many crews that we done either dealt with on the street,
Right.
Exactly. They was posted. I was like, damn, I might die tonight. I'm like, all right, you know what? Let me suck this shit up. I'm like, yo, hold up. Yo, shouts to all y'all, all the real niggas in here, blah, blah, blah. I know what it is. We respect it. We ain't even on it like that. Boom, I started rocking. End of the show, it was love. From that point, I guess I got that.
I remember I had to go back to L.A. after people got rocked, and they thought I did it.
Right. I
On
don't know
the streets.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and when people think you did something,
That's heavy.
It's just as bad as if you did it.
Exactly.
It's like
even
labeled
worse.
you did it.
Even worse, because now you got this type of war. Like, damn, I don't want to go out.
Dude, let me tell you, when I first started getting
Wow.
into show business, man, my biggest transition was just actually taking pictures, because I came from a crew and we never took pictures, and there's like 3 years or 4 years of my life unphotographed. Like like when you see the gangster stories and they got an old picture, like there's only one picture. Yeah. That's what the real hustlers were. They're hard to photograph. You can't see them.
You saw that, and you saw that with Denzel when he played.
Yeah.
What was the name?
American
Frank Lucas.
Gangster.
Frank Lucas. Remember,
Yeah,
Frankie
yeah.
wasn't into that.
Yeah,
wasn't in
yeah.
that flashy. Wasn't
Nah,
in.
nah,
when he
nah,
got
man,
that
it
Minky Mink, it caused a problem. People started looking at it. Like, damn.
Fame and that life don't
Remember?
go hand in hand. You have to make fame and that life do not go hand in hand. You have to make a choice. That's why I'm happy. I'm on the other side of the fence. I'm square as a pool table, twice as green. Wouldn't steal a nickel off the mantelpiece, but I keep that thing on me just in case. Hey, but you know what's smooth? I mean, even though this is a philosophy, you just dropped some good game. And one of the things I tell cats is that one of the key things that street cats have is anonymity. They got nicknames. It's Pookie or Whoop-de-Whoop hit you, But once you become famous, you can't hide anymore. Anybody want to see Ice-T, they just go to the Law & Order set. They can come get me. I'm there. You don't disappear. And once you become famous, that anonymity is gone. You want a flyer. It's easy to be reached. So you do something in Florida, But now you in New York, they just get on a plane, come right up, meet
where
you
you
at the
at.
show. They'll
Know
be
where you
at
at.
sound check.
Exactly.
So you got to leave that behind. You know, I say in one of my records, you trade infamy for fame, and they're two totally different things. But I think at the end of the day, our philosophy for the day is this is not going to be an easy road for anybody. The success you want, you're going to have to work for, and anything that's worth it is going to have to take a struggle or you'll never respect it. You tend not to care about things that people hand you and give you, but when you bust your ass for it, it means something to you, and that's philosophy.
Final Level Podcast.
Right now we're in the gaming section, you know, and this is very interesting because after the first podcast, we made it to be the #1. Am I right, Mick?
Yeah, #1 on a gaming podcast.
They say the game is to be sold, not told. You know, I should be taking the collection, but on the Final Level Podcast, I'm making an exception. Okay, so sometimes me and Coco play games. I do the driving games. I do like a Need for Speed. I like that because the cops chase you in it. Here we go again, me and that for some reason. But anyway, you running from the cops, and you got to do these moves to make the cops crash. But then you're doing these races. So what she'll do in the corner, there's a little map. But if you take your eyes off the screen to see the map, you'll wreck. So she's like left, right, hard right.
So you have a
turbo.
You have a navigation when you up there.
Yeah,
Co-pilot.
Co-pilot.
You know what I'm
Coco.
saying? When you do
Coco.
that, when you do rallies, you have somebody in the front seat with you. You know, reading. You know, I bull run. I race across the country, so you have that. So she's my like co-pilot. And then also, I'm not somebody that's such a purist gamer that I'm afraid to go to YouTube to cheat. You know, when I get stuck, sometimes you'll get stuck in these games, and you'll be ready to quit. And you used to get the books. And you look through them. Now you ain't got to do that. All you got to do is put the name, whatever your problem is in YouTube, and somebody
know about it,
and they'll show you how to beat it.
But you don't do that.
Just because they show you. No, I'll do it. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Not just because they show you how to do it doesn't mean you can do it. Like, all right, you're gonna get on this ledge and put one foot on the ledge, then jump into the air, especially, and then land on one foot. Then you'd be like, man, listen, how did you do that? But I've actually had games I can't think offhand that were so difficult that I stopped playing them.
Did you ever go back to them though?
Nah, man. Once you put a game up, usually it's a wrap.
Wow.
So I mean, I rather. If you want to call it cheat or get a little assistance or a little guidance, I'm not a game purist like that. Well, now we're back into the nerd world. Okay. You know, where they get really pissed off if you do anything other than then they want you to go back through the entire game and get all. They got these things called Easter eggs, and then they got this thing called 100% completion, where you, like on Grand Theft Auto, you complete every task and every thing on the entire game.
That's crazy.
Who gives a fuck about that? Who do you tell you did that? One of my boys on SMG, Sex, Money, and Guns Clan, my man, once again, one of the best players I know, name is Coleman. He did Call of Duty to where he got to the highest level of prestige. Prestige is when you get to the highest level, quit, lose all your guns, and start over again just to get another little emblem, a little badge, right?
Wow.
So he did it. He got to the highest level in Call of Duty. And then he told people he did it. They're like, you have no life. You have no woman. They dissed him. Yeah, you got a lot of time.
A lot of time
you have
on his
no
hands.
job. I mean, it turned out to be a diss because he played it so much.
Right. He had a lot of time on his hand. He probably is he successful? Because he spent a lot of
actually,
time on that game.
He told me I'm on the dole, man. He's from he's from Liverpool. I said, what's the dole? It's kind of like welfare. You know? That's Coleman on SMG. He's the captain of my clan, Sex, Money, and Guns, and we call it Sex, Money, and Guns because that's kind of like what makes the world go round if you really take a little bit of time and think about it. Okay. So that you know, in games. So this is another segment that I have in here in games called "I'm Not a Hater, but I hate shit. Okay? Being a hater is more jealousy or envy of somebody. But everybody hates shit. This is something I hate on online gaming. Racism. You know, you're on there and you're playing, and all of a sudden this nigga this, nigga this. Oh, you spick ass motherfucker. They call Mexicans, they dissing people. It's rampant. And the gamers that are listening to this know that these cats go in. They go over. Oh, are there any niggers on my team? And I remember I was playing. What was I playing? I was playing Rainbow Six, and I could figure out which character was the racist. And I just spent my whole game. I wasn't no longer playing a game. It was just about fucking this dude up. Like, I'd fucking spawn camp this motherfucker.
Wow.
And he was going crazy. But what is with that? You wouldn't say that. These same people never say this stuff to people in their face. Right. They're in this virtual world where they can just go into this unnecessary. And there's kids on there. There's kids online gaming and stuff. And I've heard people go in on kids, like say real unnecessary shit to children and stuff. To me, that ain't fly. Man, don't you wish there was a button where you could just push on some of this internet shit and it would just give you an address?
Or be on I Dream of Genie and pop in their goddamn
just pop
house.
up on their motherfucking ass.
We need I Dream of Genie.
And we wouldn't even need ski masks, Mitch, because there would be nobody to talk about it.
That's it.
You
just
know what
I
I'm
Dream
saying?
of Genie. Pop him in. Oh my God, he's in my house.
They say, "Oh my God, what just happened?" So
that's game.
We ain't got no masks on because there's not gonna be no witnesses.
So they need to make
talking.
the blackout button,
pop up button. You just pop up
button.
on people. Even the people that are on the blogs talking crazy, like you just hit a button and just Google, just pop up on them or something, because these people go crazy. But anyway, back to gaming. You know, I'm a first-person shooter guy. I'm not claiming to be the best in the world. We're going to start on a further podcast. We'll review games on here, give you my opinion, and people that are internet racist, eat a motherfucking hot bowl of fucking dicks. You care? I mean, this shit is so motherfucking corny. Really, man. Come on, man.
Fuck them.
That was gaming with Ice-T.
Okay, now when somebody like me checks out a artist or a company, the first thing we look at is their website. If the website looks like crap, I assume this sloppiness seeps through every form of what they do. Remember, your website is the first impression anybody has of you, so you better start off right. As Mick Benzo says, I don't deal with no monkey business. That's why I use Squarespace. You're not a coder? No problem. Squarespace's drag and drop tools are so easy that anybody can figure it out. Not a designer? No problem. Squarespace has tons of built-in layouts for you to choose from, so your website can look dope even if you've never designed anything in your life. You can even build an online store with Squarespace to sell your merch. Using their platform, you can sell physical as well as digital goods and pay the lowest credit card processing fees out there. Squarespace's plans start only at $8 a month and come with a free domain name when you sign up for a year. $8 a month. Now listen, if you wouldn't go to a job interview dressed in a garbage bag, then don't send out a web link that sends out the same message. Get a free trial with no credit card required just by going to squarespace.com. When you're blown away and ready to confirm a plan, use the offer code ICE to get 10% off. You'll be getting a great deal and you'll be supporting this podcast, keeping it free. Okay, that's the business. That's SQUARESPACE.com, offer code ICE. Thanks again to our dope sponsors. Please support them since they're supporting us.
In the criminal justice system, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
Boom, boom. Okay, right now this segment is called SVU Behind the Scenes. And after the last one, I gave away a few things. I talked to you about Dan Florek leaving. Was I lying?
No, you wasn't.
Was I lying? Now I gotta give y'all behind the scenes stuff without spoiling anything. you know. But everybody on my show has listened to the podcast, and the funny thing is they're all telling me what to say. You know, one of the producers, Jonathan, he wants me to tell you how wonderful his sweaters are. And, you know, the show is now going into this other realm. Now, people are asked, a lot of people don't even understand how episodic drama television is shot. So let me give you that behind the scenes level. Law & Order, our show takes 8 days to shoot. And a 1 hour show is something like 48 minutes because you have the commercials. Yeah. Okay, so it takes that much time to shoot it. It takes 14-hour days. So you're shooting 8 days, add 2 days for the weekends. You're shooting 3 shows a month. Right now, there's 3 shows that you haven't seen that are done. That's how far we are ahead in production. During this time, this is when they go through, they do ADR, which is overdubbing. This is when they do the music. This is when they do any extra additional shots. This is a big production. As an actor, we have very little control over what happens on the show. We show up, we read the lines. This is what this particular character does. Sometimes we can go to the producers and say, hey, you know, I was thinking this about my character. They say, stop thinking, motherfucker.
They're the writers. They're the writers.
Yeah. And when you're an actor, you're pretty much a puppet. You know, you show up. My buddy Maurice is in here right now. We're doing a production called Taking East New York. And he's a writer. And they write the stuff. And the actors can't just show up and decide to change what he wrote. It might change the way the story goes. Production really respects people that respect the craft, and that is do what they say do the way they see it.
But you do ad-libs sometimes. You don't have to
Not
word
really.
for word?
No. We're on script. This is NBC. This ain't the WB, homie. I'm like one of the only black people on NBC. You ain't coming up in there skiddly bebop doo bop shoot. Nigga, you say what they wrote or you learn, nigga.
In this final level podcast, just behind the scenes of
This is
SVU,
it.
right? But I'm going to say something. Did SVU
Speak on
after
it.
15 years get 11 million viewers? It's impossible.
No, we got 11 million the other episode, the one with Mariska in court. People were really connected. And, you know, hey, I think what keeps SVU going is because it's connected to something that's real. It's serious. You're dealing with rape. You're dealing with child molestation. When you watch other shows, they're dealing with somebody, rich person that got shot. Nobody really cares. But a lot of these shows we do really strikes a chord with people's lives. And so our fans are very hardcore. A lot of them are real survivors, women that have gone through heavy stuff. So we have to respect them and give them a show that's true to their experience. And it's a hard show to write. I'm just lucky to be on it. I mean, as far as behind the scenes, anything that you might not know that's coming, I mean, really behind the scenes, the big buzz is, like I said on the last podcast, who's going to come in? Mariska has basically moved to the sergeant. I'm the head detective. There's only 3 detectives. Is it going to be a chief or is it going to be a detective? I do not know. And trust me, nigga, I got my ear to the fucking ground over there. I'm asking everything. I'm asking the makeup people. Y'all heard anything? Anybody heard anything? But nah, we don't know. And you know, and lastly, last week I talked about Chris. People going off on me on Twitter about my castmates. Listen, every one of them have their own Twitter account. Dan Floric has a Twitter account. Richard Belzer has one. Kelly Giddish, you know, Dan Pino, and Chris Maloney. People getting mad at me. Don't get mad at me on Twitter about somebody else. I have a hard enough time controlling myself. As to go over to another grown ass person and tell them what to do with their life. There's nothing I could do about that. You know? So let's just keep it civil. You know, don't make me call you a dummy or nothing, because I do that on Twitter. I get mad sometimes. I just say, yeah, dumbass. Didn't you hear what I was saying? Now, if you're really following Chris has his own new show coming on Fox, you know? Chris's new show is called Surviving Jack, and it's going to be dope because that's my nigga. And, you know, basically, that's the behind the scenes. That was a little basic production behind the scenes.
That's behind the scenes. Final Level Podcast. Ice-T can only tell it best because I damn sure don't know nothing about it.
Cool. Okay, now it's time to take some callers. This is Ice-T live. Talk to me, baby.
Ice-T, this is Charlie from Saratoga. How you doing, man?
All right, man. Thanks for being on the second podcast. How's life up there? Oh,
not bad. Cold. It's upstate, but it gets all horse country up here. You know how it goes, upstate.
That's what's up. What you want to talk about?
Well, listen, something maybe a little off, but, your SVU, I gotta like the way the show is developed. I really think that you can feature yourself as an actor at this point. I don't think you get enough credit that way. I don't. I think you were, kind of overshadowed by, Bowser and, the boys, but I really think that you got a chance right now. Come into your own and show it.
Thank you very much for the call.
Absolutely, buddy. Give Coco a kiss on the cheek and a smack on the ass. Take care,
That's what I'm going to do. You know I'm going to do that.
All right, take care.
Hey, what's up? This is Ice-T. You on the Final Level Podcast. What's cracking?
What up? It's Mark.
Mark who?
My name is Mark G. from Detroit, producer. I make beats. I go by Scooby Pack. Check out my Twitter. It's just at Scooby Pack.
I got that. I got love for Detroit. Yo, hold up. Give out that Twitter again, baby. Promote yourself.
At Scooby Pack. SCOOBYPACK. Been making beats for a couple of years now. No placements, but.
Well, you making beats? Hey, so listen, Scooby Pack. You up in the Final Level podcast right now. So you got myself, you got Smoothe Da Hustler, you got Mick Benzo in the building. We've been making this hip hop for a minute. Are your beats dope?
My beats are dope.
You sound really serious about this, Scoop. I mean,
I'm in the studio right now. I turned my bedroom into a studio. That got.
Turn on a beat right now. Can you turn on a beat?
Check it out. It's the intro right here.
I think that must be intro. I don't hear no beat.
That sound kind of lovish to me.
Hey, yeah,
you
who
you talking to gangster rappers?
All right, who's gonna get that beat? Drake?
Yeah, right. Usher.
Okay, Scooby. We do gangster rap, okay? So we like hardcore beats. It sound like somebody's losing blood.
I got some of that too. You want to play that?
No, I'm just playing with you. We just playing with you, Scoop. That's a good beat. Send that one to Drake.
I got a bit of everything, bro.
Hey, but look, we got to go to the next one. You got your plug in. We got to hear your music, and we gonna keep it moving, man. Thanks for being part of the podcast, Scoop. We love you, baby. All right, you out?
For sure, man. Take it easy.
All right, church. Okay, we got one more caller on the line. Hey, yo, this is Ice-T. You're talking on the Final Level Podcast. Who am I talking to?
It's Jamey from Hatebreed.
Oh my goodness, we got a celebrity caller, my homie from Hatebreed, Jamey. What's up, baby?
Not too much. I'm getting ready to go into my daughter's dance show, but I saw your tweet and I figured I'd call in and congratulate you on the podcast. I listened to the first episode and I figured I'd call in and say hello and ask you, how come it's so hard to get like a soundtrack to a film or get a song onto a film? There's no more Judgment Nights or anything like that. I wanted to know what you thought of, the current state of why soundtracks are just whack now.
I really don't know. That. I mean, saying it is, I haven't had any new music in a while, so we doing a new Body Count album. I might need you to come over here and get on it.
Yes, I would love that. That would be an honor.
For those of y'all don't know,
I was listening to the Colors soundtrack on vinyl the other day, and that's one of the best soundtracks, and it just made me think, like, how come, even though the downloading's really bad and everything, you would think that it would be, we could get a Body Count song in the credits of a film or a Hatebreed song, but it's like everybody's fighting for the same crumbs, and I thought, this is a good question to ask Ice.
You know what? I'm going to investigate that. I'm one of those kind of cats, Jamey, when I don't know, I'll say I don't know. And the last time we got anything placed was, we did the song for Gears of War. We got it in a video game. We did that BC song for Gears of War. But I guess it's gonna have to be one of the producers that in the film particularly wants a group. It's very interesting, but that's a very, very good question. Can I say something about Jamey? People don't know. Jamey Jasta, lead singer of Hatebreed, and he came over to this room we're in doing the podcast, brought a recording studio in an anvil case, and me and him did Ice Pick lyrics for his band Ice Pick. We did what is it? The song was
Real recognizes real.
Real recognizes real. Real, and we real recognize real. And we're talking crazy, and I'm talking about shooting and killing, and we're right here in the living room. He's amazing, and this is my man right here. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm gonna investigate this, Jamey, and I'm gonna call you back, and we gonna get on a soundtrack. God damn it! I don't think we're gonna get none of this pussy ass shit movies they making, but there's definitely something like Saw or something that's some shit that needs some Hatebreed and needs some body count shit. I got a record called Pray for Death that's perfect. Huh?
That was the last one we were on. We were on the Saw 6, and that was like, that was going back maybe like 2009 was Saw 6, and then since then it's been dry. We had Freddy vs. Jason. We were in XXX. We were in the film XXX with Vin Diesel. Sometimes you get these little breaks where the actor or the producer, the director goes, "Oh yeah, I'm down with metal," or "I'm down with hardcore." But it's been really hard as of late. And when I heard the new body count was coming out, I was like, man, this might be a good time to try to do another Judgment Night or try to do a cool project that brings people together. And
I might have to make a movie. After I did The Art of Rap, I might have to make my horror movie that I got in my brain, and then just get all my friends, all my metal friends on there to go in there and just make some real, devastating, violent shit that people need to hear. The people that like decimation and brutality that we do.
You got to do it. You got to do it. And you know what's great? I tell this story to people all the time is when I was at your place and I wanted you to do one other track. You said, yeah, I'll lay down some bars. I think you laid down about 16 bars, which I still have the Pro Tools session from. Mm-hmm. And just off of I think it was a freestyle. You just like off the top of your head, it was like Enter the Gas Chamber or something. And you just went off. And it's the hardest, like 16 bars. So eventually I need to put that on a song with your permission.
Do it. I don't sue my friends. I don't sue my friends. I'm like, whose song is that? Oh, that's Jamey. Okay, it's cool. I don't do that, baby. Hey, but look, I'm gonna get at you though, because you gotta hear this new BC album. It's brutal. It's called Manslaughter, and I kill everybody. Nobody's safe. That's the code line. Nobody.
I heard Sumerian Records. I heard Ash told me, he said Sumerian Records next summer, whatever. Believe me, I'm down. If you want me to get brutal on a track, it would be my pleasure. That would be an honor to share the mic with you again, man.
Okay, that's the business. Everybody, give a round of applause to Jamey from Hatebreed. Yeah. All right, we gotta go.
Be good, man. Thanks for letting me talk to you, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thanks for calling in. Now, how about that, Mickey? We got celebrity callers calling in.
Hey, this is the Final Level Podcast.
That was our first celebrity caller, and we didn't give him. He didn't. There was no special number.
No,
right?
Just like everyone else.
Okay, so that was the second Final Level Podcast. What do you think, Smooth? You just stumbled onto this.
Stumbled on. I thought it was a great thing.
I think me and IC really got something here, man.
I think
myself.
You and Ice got something.
I think we got
y'all should let me come up every once in a while.
Nah. Then you'll be taking my damn job.
Let me get a little spot.
Let me tell you a story. It's funny. I had a friend named Smash, and one time I was staying over my buddy Shawnee Mac's house, and he showed up at 7 o'clock, and Shawnee Mac's mother made him some dinner. The next day, 7 o'clock,
he showed up again. He showed up again.
So Smooth pops up next week.
We know it'll be love. It'll be love. If anybody's trying to contact the podcast, you can hit us at iceandmick@gmail.com. That's ICEANDMICK@gmail.com. That is the Final Level Podcast email. reach out and touch us. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We're here and we ain't going nowhere.
And
Mick
you know
Benzo.
And Ice-T. And you know what? Shouts
Okay.
to everybody out there that supported the first podcast. This is only number 2. There will be a number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, like the crack commandments. We gonna keep it fly. You know what I'm saying? And important, you know, Mick Benzo, Smoothe Da Hustler just happened to be my friend that showed up today. And Ice-T signs out. You know what I'm saying? And keep it fly. That's how I'm living. 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 That's how I'm living.